So this message, what's been spoken about, is so incredibly simple. It's so simple that it seems like it's complicated. And it's so simple that it's impossible for the thinking mind to understand. It sort of slips in between the thinking mind. So we build up our lives based on what society teaches us is right. And society teaches us what's right is material possessions and things. And society teaches us that happiness comes from satisfaction at work, and from money, and from family, from owning a home, from being, I was going to say from being healthy, but I don't know if our society does teach us that. It's trying to. Prior to us being able to speak or think as a child, we had no idea about these concepts. We had no idea about who we were or what we were, what our name was, what we needed to be, what we had to be, what we had to have. We just were. We were just open to life, just experiencing life, without the knowledge that it was happening to someone, to us, but the functioning still happened. And then as we got more and more intelligent, so as our brain grew, we began to be told that life was happening to us. And we got told our name. So say the name of the baby is Andrew. So he got told, so Andrew got told that he was his name, Andrew. And he kind of got told who he was by his parents interacting him, saying you're a good boy or a bad boy, or they like this or they don't like this. And by the way their parents interacted it with Andrew, it kind of grew in Andrew's brain who they were interacting with. The parents kind of taught him he was someone. He was good at certain things. Because it's all subjective, being good at something and not being good at others, being good, being bad. But the parents will have had certain prejudice depending on their upbringing, depending on the way they were taught. So the parents will, the first relationship he has with the parents will kind of install a basic sense of self. And then also through education, going to school, and through the genetics of that particular child, it will kind of begin to develop certain thought processes that inform it that it's somebody that is a particular way, whether it be naughty, whether it be small, whether it be cute, whether it be funny, happy, beautiful, intelligent. And it will kind of find a position of who he is, who Andrew is. And this will form stronger and stronger through time. So in the beginning, Andrew is very loose, and as he grows, he'll become more and more solid and identified. And he'll try things out of who he is and try to be different, and then go back to being the same. Trying always to be likable, to fit in, to feel good. Unless it's being taught that it doesn't fit in and that it's bad, then it will try to be that. And then it, on top of that, gets taught what it needs to do in this life, what its mission is in this life. And it gets taught meaning and purpose and destination and future and happiness and what it's got to get. And all these, I I don't know what they're called, like neural pathways, I think they're called, form in the brain that give it particular habits and particular ways of thinking about life and about itself. And it gets told by society that it's doing well when it gets pleasure, and it's doing badly when it gets pain. And it's taught to strive for pleasure and avoid pain, but none of this is conscious. It's all unconscious conditioning. And the pleasure, what it associates with pleasure, is something that it's been taught and a genetic impulse. And the same with pain. And by the time it's 20, it already is pretty solid. And I would suggest, even though there's fun and excitement, that by the age of 20 there's also a sense of tightness and fear and agitation. Because it's stressful, everything that it's been told it is. It can also be really super exciting. It's like it's on a mission to do something. But it's also really restricting, and it's also untrue. But it feels so true because that's the thoughts that come up in the brain, so that's the way that the person thinks and sees the world, so that feels like the reality.